পৃষ্ঠা 259 continued. Phrasal verbs. A phrasal verb is a 2 or 3 word verb. When a verb combines with an adverb or preposition, it is called a phrasal verb. Together, they form a new meaning. Phrasal verb বা যৌগিক ক্রিয়া হলো 2 বা 3 শব্দের একটি ভার্ব। একটি ভার্ব যখন একটি অ্যাডভার্ব বা প্রিপজিশনের সাথে যুক্ত হয় তখনই এটিকে ফ্রেজাল ভার্ব বলে। এরা একসাথে একটি নতুন অর্থ প্রকাশ করে। There are 3 ways of forming phrasal verbs. ফ্রেজাল ভার্ব গঠনের 3টি উপায় আছে। 1. Verb plus adverb. Break out, carry on, go on. 2. Verb plus preposition. Look after, make up, deal with. 3. Verb plus adverb plus preposition. Look forward to, put up with, set out for. Phrasal verbs, new idiomatic meanings. The meaning of a phrasal verb is often different from the meaning of its parts. It produces a new idiomatic meaning. Phrasal ভার্বের অর্থ এর অংশগুলির অর্থ থেকে আলাদা হয়। এটি একটি নতুন বিশিষ্ট অর্থ প্রকাশ করে। জেনারেল ভার্ব, জেনারেল মিনিং। He came here yesterday. তিনি গতকাল এখানে এসেছিলেন। He put the thing on the table. তিনি জিনিসটি টেবিলে রাখলেন। Phrasal verb, a new idiomatic meaning. He came by this book in the library. তিনি গ্রন্থাগারে এই বইটি পেয়েছিলেন। I don't know why she puts up with him. আমি জানি না কেন সে তাকে সহ্য করে। Phrasal verbs, transitive or intransitive. Phrasal verbs may be transitive or intransitive. Phrasal verb সকর্মক কিংবা অকর্মক হতে পারে। Transitive phrasal verbs, separable or inseparable. When the phrasal verbs are transitive, the particle can go before or after the noun object. যখন phrasal verbটি সকর্মক তখন পার্টিকলটি অবজেক্ট রূপে ব্যবহৃত নাউনটির আগে কিংবা পরে বসতে পারে। সেপারেবল, ভার্ব প্লাস অবজেক্ট প্লাস পার্টিকল। She turned the light off. They put the meeting off. Inseparable, verb plus particle plus object. She turned off the light. They put off the meeting. Transitive phrasal verbs, inseparable. The particle must go after a pronoun object. Particle object রূপে ব্যবহৃত প্রোনাউনের পরেই বসবে। Don't turn it on. It will wake him up. পৃষ্ঠা 260. Intransitive phrasal verbs, inseparable and no object. When the phrasal verbs are intransitive, they do not have an object. যখন phrasal verb অকর্মক হয় তখন সেগুলির কোনো অবজেক্ট থাকে না। He turned up unexpectedly. How are you getting on? Some common phrasal verbs with their most frequent particles are সাধারণভাবে ব্যবহৃত কিছু ফ্রেজাল ভার্ব এবং তাদের সঙ্গে ব্যবহৃত পার্টিকলগুলি হল ব্রেক অ্যাওয়ে, ব্রেক ডাউন, ব্রেক ইনটু, ব্রেক অফ, ব্রেক আপ। bring about, bring back, bring down, bring forward, bring in, bring off, bring out, bring round, bring up, bring along, bring over. Call at, call for, call in, call off, call on, call out, call up, call upon. Carry off, carry on, carry out. Come about, come across, come by, come off, come off, OFF. Come down, come round, come out. Give, give away, give back, give in, give off, give up. Hand back, hand down, hand in, hand on, hand out, hand over, hand round. Knock down, knock out, knock over. Leave, leave behind, leave out. Let down, let in, let off, let out. Make off, make out, make up. Pass away, pass down, pass over, pass round. Push about, push around, push over. Put across, put away, put down, put forward, put off, put on, put out, put through, put together, put up. Set apart, set aside, set back, set down, set in, set out. Shut away, shut down, shut in, shut off, shut out. Take apart, take away, take back, take down, take in, take on, take up, take over, take off. Think over, think up. Exercise. Fill in the blanks with the correct phrasal verbs. He had to put off his work and go over her presentation for the meeting. 2. The manager decided to call off the meeting and lay out the new policy. Number 3. The team will carry on with the project and set up the necessary resources. 4. He managed to wrap up, WRAP, wrap up the task quickly and take on his responsibilities. 5. He needs to make up his room and sort out his old clothes. 6. He had to go through the contract and point out any errors before signing. 7. The doctor asked him to give up smoking and take up a healthier lifestyle. 8. My brother wants to keep up with his studies and put away any distractions. পৃষ্ঠা 261. 9. I cannot turn down his request to turn up at his house tonight. 10. The strike has been called off, yet the meeting was not put off. Preposition. Preposition is a word that links nouns, pronouns, or noun phrases to other words to show different relationships. প্রিপোজিশন হলো এমন একটি শব্দ যা নাউন, প্রোনাউন বা নাউন ফ্রেজকে অন্য শব্দের সাথে সংযুক্ত করে বিভিন্ন সম্পর্ক দেখায়। বেসিক ফাংশনস অফ প্রিপোজিশনস. The most usual functions of preposition are to indicate time, place, position and some mental attitudes. প্রিপোজিশনের সবচেয়ে সাধারণ কাজ হলো সময়, স্থান, অবস্থান এবং কিছু মনোভাব নির্দেশ করা। He left the keys on the table for you. I will be back in a week. Positions of prepositions. 1. Prepositions come immediately before a noun, pronoun or noun phrase. প্রিপোজিশন কোনো নাউন, প্রোনাউন কিংবা নাউন ফ্রেজের ঠিক আগে আগেই বসে। He came back from Delhi. Before a noun. The man came into the house. Before a noun phrase. He was known to me. Before a pronoun. Number 2. Prepositions often come immediately after a verb, adjective or noun. প্রিপোজিশন প্রায়শ কোনো না কোনো ভার্ব, অ্যাডজেক্টিভ কিংবা নাউনের ঠিক পরেই বসে। দে অ্যারাইভড অ্যাট দ্য স্টেশন আফটার এ ভার্ব। হি ইজ ফন্ড অফ মিউজিক আফটার অ্যান অ্যাডজেক্টিভ। I have interest in drawing after a noun. The other words prepositions relate. The other words that prepositions relate to are অন্য যে শব্দগুলির সঙ্গে প্রিপোজিশন সম্পর্কযুক্ত সেগুলি হল noun or pronoun. There is a house at the beach. It is a sachet of medicine. Verb. I saw her at school. He is at lunch. Adjective. He is superior to us. She is tired of doing it. Different relationships prepositions show. Concrete relationships, বস্তুগত সম্পর্ক, place, স্থান, position, অবস্থান, movement, গতি। place, স্থান, he is now in India, সে এখন ভারতে আছে। position, অবস্থান, they are in the room now, তারা এখন ঘরটিতে আছে। movement, গতি, he came out of the room, সে ঘর থেকে বেরিয়ে এলো। পৃষ্ঠা 262। ডাইরেকশন, দিক। হি ইজ কামিং টুয়ার্ডস আস, সে আমাদের দিকে আসছে। টাইম, সময়। উই অ্যারাইভড অ্যাট 7 o'clock, আমরা 7টার সময় পৌঁছলাম। ডিউরেশন, স্থিতিকাল। ইট হ্যাজ বিন রেইনিং ফর আওয়ার্স, ঘন্টার পর ঘন্টা বৃষ্টি হচ্ছে। অ্যাবস্ট্রাক্ট রিলেশনশিপ, ভাবগত সম্পর্ক। কজ অ্যান্ড এফেক্ট, কার্যকারণ। দে লেফট দ্য প্লেস বিকজ অফ হিজ ডিসিশন, তার সিদ্ধান্তের ফলে তারা স্থান ত্যাগ করল। পারপাস, উদ্দেশ্য। উই কেম হিয়ার টু স্টে ফর এ ফিউ ডেজ, আমরা এখানে কয়েকদিন থাকার জন্য এসেছিলাম। কন্ট্রাস্ট, দে কেম, কন্ট্রাস্ট, বৈপরীত্য। দে কেম ডেসপাইট দ্য ব্যাড ওয়েদার, খারাপ আবহাওয়া সত্ত্বেও তারা এলো। এক্সেপশন, ব্যতিক্রম। আস্ক এনিওয়ান এক্সেপ্ট মি, আমাকে ছাড়া অন্য কাউকে জিজ্ঞাসা করো। সার্ভিস, পরিষেবা। হি ডিড ইট ফর হিজ ফ্রেন্ড, সে এটি তার বন্ধুর জন্য করল। সাপোর্ট, সমর্থন। দ্য হোল নেশন ইজ বিহাইন্ড দ্য টিম, পুরো দেশটি তাদের দলকে সমর্থন করে। পজেশন, অধিকার। ইট ইজ এ কার অফ দ্য বিজনেসম্যান, এটি একজন ব্যবসায়ীর গাড়ি। ডেসক্রিপশন, বর্ণনা। হি ইজ এ ম্যান অফ ক্যারেক্টার, তিনি একজন চরিত্রবান মানুষ। রিলেশন, সম্পর্ক। শ্রেয়া ইজ এ ফ্রেন্ড অফ মাই সিস্টার, শ্রেয়া আমার বোনের বন্ধু। এক্সারসাইজ, fill in the blanks with the appropriate prepositions. 1. Silence is unnatural to man. He begins life with a cry and ends it in stillness. In the interval, he does all he can to make a noise in the world. 2. Our trees still grow in Dehra. This is one part of the world where trees are a match for man, and old people may be cut down to make way for a new building. Two people trees will sprout from the walls of the building. 3. I normally ate with my mother sitting on the floor of the kitchen. She would place a banana leaf before me, on which she then ladled rice and aromatic sambar, a variety of pickle, and a dollop of fresh coconut chutney. 4. In our mad race for power and technology, it is true that we essentially devalue things that define who we are. We have become so much more attached to the English language that we tend to almost forget that there are vernacular languages in our country with their own significance in history. 5. I was prepared to sit there for almost any length of time just to listen to her talking. Her voice had the sparkle of a mountain stream. 6. The scientist conducted experiments in the laboratory focusing on the reactions of different chemicals. Her findings were published in a renowned journal, contributing significantly to the field of biochemistry. 7. The artist painted a mural on the side of the building, capturing scenes of the vibrant city life. Pedestrians stopped to admire her work, which added color and life to the otherwise dull street. Her art was celebrated by the community. 8. The conference was held in a grand hotel, attracting professionals from various industries. Attendees engaged in discussions on the latest trends and innovations. The event concluded with a gala dinner where participants networked and exchanged ideas with each other. 9. The child played in the park, running around the playground and sliding down the slides. His laughter echoed in the air, bringing joy to the onlookers. After an hour of play, he returned to his parents with a big smile. 10. The author wrote her novel in a secluded cabin, finding inspiration in the tranquility of nature. Her story was set in a fictional town with characters drawn from her vivid imagination. The book was praised by critics and readers alike. 11. The teacher instructed the students in the classroom, guiding them through the complex problems of mathematics. She encouraged them to think outside the box and find creative solutions. Her dedication was reflected in the students' improved performance. Prishtha 263. Question 12. The musician performed in a concert hall, captivating the audience with his soulful melodies. His music resonated with the hearts of many, leaving a lasting impression. After the show, He signed autographs and thanked his fans for their support. 13. The International Summit on Climate Change concluded with a landmark agreement for reducing carbon emissions. Representatives from over 100 countries participated in the discussions, which lasted for a week. 14. The recent study on mental health reveals a significant increase in anxiety and depression rates, particularly among young adults. It was conducted by a team of researchers from several universities. 15. The shift to remote work during the COVID-19 pandemic has altered the traditional office environment. Employees now have the flexibility. 15. The shift to remote work during the COVID-19 pandemic has altered the traditional office environment. Employees now have the flexibility to work from home, leading to changes in workplace dynamics and productivity. "16. When he awoke in the morning, it was long before he could remember where he was, or who was the strange bearded man lying on the bed and gazing intently at him with shining eyes." 17. Man started to believe in superstitions when he had an impression that he was threatened by some malign forces of nature. He failed to exercise his rationality and started to worship these forces. 18. The popularity of electric vehicles is increasing in response to rising fuel prices and environmental concerns. Automakers are expanding their range of electric models, aiming to cater to the growing demand. 19. The journey of self-discovery is often marked with moments of profound insight and quiet reflection. True wisdom arises with embracing the complexities of life and understanding that the answers we seek are found in the exploration of our own inner worlds. 20. Long time ago, the lawful ruler of a French province had been deposed by his younger brother. Driven from his dukedom, the old duke fled with several faithful followers to forest of Ardennes. 21. The accident resulted for his carelessness and may result in his death. HS Model Question 2024 wbchse.